What a day for a sail. We'll play it by wind because we'll feel the wind behind our ear. We're having a great sail to Knidos. I'm standing up straight. Heart attack for a minute. We thought we were dragging.
Welcome back, everyone. If this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by.
So what a beautiful bay this has been. It got a little rolly last night, but not bad. For the most part, it's been pretty calm. It was pretty cool to go ashore and play paddleball. That was lots of fun. And then we also took a little walk to the other bay, which was about a 10-minute walk, about a mile there and back to the end, and checked it out. It's a really beautiful, beautiful bay over there as well. So not as good to anchor in because the wind and the swell comes straight in to that bay where this one is a little bit more protected. So had a great time. Now it's time to head on down to the next. So we sailed down to Datça, and we're gonna anchor here for the night so that we can actually head back to Knidos, where we weren't able to anchor before because it was so busy during peak season. So we're excited to be able to hit that before we check out of Turkey. So we're gonna pop into Datça, get our blue card stamped for the Blackwater tank clean out, and which will be the last time for us before we head out. So it'll be nice not to have to do that again. But anyway, it'll be a quick stop here, and then we'll probably plan to leave a little bit early in the morning, and hopefully we have good winds to take us right back up to Knidos to check that historical site out. Looking forward to it. So we popped in for a quick stop here in Datça, and just to break up the trip a little bit easier. So now we are headed around to Knidos, which we're super excited about because we weren't able to get it before. And so it should be 4 to 5 hour sail. We're hoping to have good winds and maybe get some tacking in. So should be a good day. Let's get it. So it's 8 o'clock, we have the main raised, and we only have 4 knots of wind right now, so we're not gonna put the head sail out just yet. Maybe once we come around this headland, we might see a little bit more, maybe a little later in the day. Who knows, we'll play it by ear. Well, we'll play it by wind, because we'll feel the wind behind our ear. Anyway, I'm gonna go down and make some breakfast, and we'll enjoy some oatmeal on the go. So now my water is boiling. It actually works out pretty perfect. So boil the water so I can work on the coffee. Since I do a French press, it takes 4 minutes for the coffee to steep. And by that time, my oatmeal is done. So it's about perfect timing on the oatmeal and coffee. Works out really good. Okay, Peppy, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I need your help. Now that breakfast is over, it's time to pull out the head sail. So we have both sails out full, and let's get to sailing. The wind is right on our nose, so we're going to have a lot of tacks all the way there. Had to run to the potty and have to share how much of a leap. I'm standing up straight. What a day for a sail. Woo! Tacking all the way there, and we've had great wind. I'm happy with it. You happy with it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
This is nice. So we've been on the lean about 15 degrees either side because our wind is so good and consistent for us. We have about 15 knots of wind, and we're moving about 6 knots, so feels good. Prepare to tack.
Wait, what you got? Yeah, that's it.
the Anchorage is a lot less busy, which we were hoping for because we're more off season. It's end of September, and so it's just a lot less busy. So yay, we get to go check out this site, which is gonna be pretty cool. So let's go check it out. So now we just have to pick a spot to anchor up in here, and should be pretty easy because it's a lot less full than it was the first time we came around. So we have a lot of places to choose from. We're all tucked in, happy with our anchorage, and we're gonna go explore the town. Let's go see what it has to offer.
Knidos was a Greek city in ancient Caria and part of the Dorian Hexapolis in southwestern Asia Minor, which is modern-day Turkey. It was situated on the Datça Peninsula, which formed the southern side of what is now known the Gulf of Gokova. By the 4th century BC, Knidos was located at the site of modern Takur, opposite Triopian Island. But earlier, it was probably at the site of modern Datça, which is the halfway point of the peninsula. It was built partly on the mainland and partly on the island of Triopian, or Cape Creo. The debate about it being an island or a cape is caused by the fact that in ancient times it was connected to the mainland by a causeway or bridge. Today the connection is formed by a narrow, sandy isthmus. By means of the causeway, the channel between the island and the mainland was formed into 2 harbors, of which the larger, or southern, was further enclosed by 2 strongly built moles that are still, in good part, entire. The extreme length of the city was little less than a mile, and the whole intramural area is thickly strewn with architectural remains. The walls, both on the island and on the mainland, can be traced throughout their whole circuit. And in many places, especially around the Acropolis, at the northeast corner of the city, they are remarkably perfect.
So all of a sudden we looked over, and it looks like we're getting run over.
By the Queen Mary.
By the Queen Mary, yeah, that big huge boat. But actually, they're using their dinghy, their rib, thank you, to push us out of the way so that they can raise their anchor. Whew, a heart attack for a minute. We thought we were dragging.
I didn't think so.
I did.
I didn't.
But that was kind.
It's a big boat to have in a little tiny anchorage.
It is a big boat for a little tiny anchorage, it's true. So yeah, they just moved us out the way. No big deal. There off he goes.
Go stand next to it, see how big it is. Give me aspect ratio. That is a big wall.
Wikipedia goes on further to say, this region is part of the Dorian Hexapolis, which held its Confederate assemblies on the Triopian headland, and there were celebrated games in honor of Apollo, Poseidon, and the nymphs. This was also the site of the Temple of Aphrodite, Knidos. The city was at first governed by an oligarchic senate, composed of 60 members and presided over by a magistrate. But though it is proved by inscriptions that the old names continued to a very late period, the constitution underwent a popular transformation. The city was favorable for commerce, and the Knidians acquired considerable wealth and were able to colonize the island of Lipara and founded a city in the Adriatic. They ultimately submitted to Cyrus, and from the Battle of Eurymedon to the latter part of the Peloponnesian War, they were subject to Athens. During the Hellenistic age, Knidos boasted a medical school. The first Western knowledge of the modern site was due to the mission of Dilettante Society in 1812 and the excavations executed by C.T. Newton in 1857 to 1858. The Agora, the theater, an Odeum, a temple of Dionysus, a temple of the Muses, a temple of Aphrodite, and a great number of minor buildings have been identified, and the general plan of the city has been very clearly made out. The most famous statue by Praxiteles, an Aphrodite of Knidos, was made for Knidos. It has perished, but late copies exist, of which the most faithful is in the Vatican museums. In a temple enclosure, Newton discovered the fine seated statue of Demeter of Knidos, which he sent back to the British Museum. And about 3 miles southeast of the city, he came upon the ruins of a splendid tomb and a colossal figure of a lion carved out of 1 block of Pentelic marble, 10 feet in length and 6 feet in height, which has been supposed to commemorate the great naval victory, the Battle of Knidos, in which Conan defeated the Lacedaemonians in 394 BC. The Knidos lion is now displayed under the roof of the Great Court in the British Museum.
Whew, that was a hot hike. Well, that was a hot walk around. So now we actually made it around the site pretty quickly, and we know that this anchorage can get pretty full at night, so we're going to catch the downwind sail and go back to Datça. So another 4 hours, no big deal. I'll do dinner while we're underway and get there maybe somewhere around 7. It'll be great. Definitely time to get in the water.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed our video, like and subscribe. And don't forget to join us next week.